Hey guys, Troubletcat here, recording for the Zombie Arcade, of course, and today we're looking at a setup for the KH2002 that's good on small maps. As I discussed in the first video for this weapon, it's really more of a medium to long range kind of focused gun, but if you slap a close range sight, a foregrip, and a laser sight on there, which is, what I'm using here, I'm using the Cobra sight, which is actually the first close range optic you unlock for this gun. It can do pretty well on smaller maps as well. So I'm playing some TDM on Grand Bazaar here, so you got a lot of sort of tight quarters, and it's also still good with this setup at more sort of medium range, which is really good. I don't think you actually see me doing any hip firing with it at all in this game, but the laser sight does help out a lot with the hip fire accuracy, which is by default not that amazing. But as you can see, the reticle is quite tight with that laser sight on, so if they're super close, you do still have a chance, although, it's not ideal. Something like an F2000 or a PDW or a shotgun is still going to take you out at point-blank range 9 times out of 10. But the laser sight's going to help you out against other, a lot of weapons at that distance. This was not a this was a pretty good game of TDM. Actually, it was fairly close. I did okay. It was all sweet and good and stuff. It was really good. There was some really big problems with the spawning in TDM before the patch the other night, where people would just spawn in all kinds of crazy places. They'd spawn behind you. You'd walk through carefully, clear out an area, and then somebody would spawn behind you and just blast a shotgun all over your back. And nobody wants that. Just unexpectedly having shot flying over their ass. But it used to happen a lot, but it seems like the spawns are a lot better now. It tends to spawn you sort of near teammates when you die, and not in the middle of enemies, which, also fixes the issue of enemies spawning behind you, basically. Interesting note about this gun is putting the foregrip on it doesn't actually seem to change the appearance at all. You can see there me failing tragically to shot a snipe source. Unlike most weapons. I think the sound gets a little out of sync in this recording. I'm not sure how that happened, but sorry about that. Well, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's a little bit out of sync. I think it gets worse. I'm not sure what happened when I was recording. I guess the audio got a bit out of sync. I think it was because I had a little bit of a low frame rate when I was recording this. I need to tweak my settings a little bit when I'm running fraps. I mean, I can run the game maxed out, no problems, when I'm not recording, but fraps slows things down a bit. I was too late to save you, Johnny Thompson. Now you will never return home. I regret everything! Nah, it's fine. He'll just respawn. It's all good. Yeah, so you can see it's pretty potent at medium range. Good damage on this gun. Not a bad rate of fire at all, and you can sort of spam those bursts. Myself taken out there again, second of 4 deaths in this game. You can see here something that I did a fair bit of in this game, coming out in just a second, which is just a good thing to note in general with playing this game is don't be afraid to run away from engagements if you can and if the sort of conditions don't favor you. In fact, it is something you should do if you're able to do. A lot of players, I see this all the time, they'll get in a gunfight and it'll be a really nasty fight for them, one they're not going to have a good chance of winning, and they'll stay engaged when they could just run away. We'll see here, was pretty much what I'd do, because they've got a ton of dudes down in the alley with heaps of cover. I've got to kind of edge out around the corner and really expose my body to shoot at them. It's not a good position to be in. I hang up here for a bit because I got teammates around. I'm thinking, like, maybe I can sort of edge out and get dudes, but I think in just a second you're going to see me fall back and reposition to a better location from which to attack the bad dudes. Never, ever a bad thing to do, and it's one of the mistakes that I think inexperienced players who are not maybe that amazing in the game, make a lot, that reduces their survivability, is to just stay in gunfights when they really should get the fuck out of there. I mean, I probably should have left even earlier than I did, but I do eventually go, you know what? Fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm thinking, well, they're probably going to come up here, so maybe I can get them when they go down the alley and take up cover. But nah, my teammates are all up there. And then I remember, oh wait, if I go around this way, there's going to be some cover I can use to shoot down that alley from behind some shit, instead of having to expose my entire body And that is precisely what I do, and I'm able to pick a few more kills, and eventually get taken out by some dude with a G3A3 down there, which apparently is still fairly potent. There's a guy in this game on the other team using it to pretty damn good effect, although they got nerfed in the patch, which I really didn't think it needed, because it wasn't that amazing of a gun. Fucking running away from rockets like a boss. Yeah, sound is pretty badly out of sync. Sorry about that, guys. I do not know what caused it. Yeah, not quite putting my shots on target here. And then... oh, no, I did kill that guy, Ripsaw Lowell. I've seen him in a few TDMs. Like, he seems to only play TDMs. I've seen, whenever I play TDM, it seems like that guy's there. And he normally fucks on people, but not that time. In fact, I think I killed him a few times in this game. Go back to the exact same spot again. Not normally something I'd recommend, but in this case, we've pretty much got their entire team trapped down that alley. You see, I did get killed again really quickly there. Live, Billy. And then we pretty much attained victory. So that's that setup for this gun, guys. It's a good one for smaller maps if you want to use this weapon, which, you know, it's not a terrible choice. It's got good damage, decent rate of fire. There are much better guns at close range, but if you feel like using your KH2002, that's a good little loadout you can use that should serve you well. So thanks for watching, folks. Here's my stats as always, and Troubletcat signing off.